Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. So, Jace and Dedeker, how are we doing today?
Oh, it's great. It's been a fantastic day. I gave myself the gift of not wearing a bra just for this live stream.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow. Wait, you mean you'd been wearing one all day and then just took it off for
and then
this
you're like,
live
nah.
stream?
Yeah, exactly. Then I'm going to give myself a gift. I wanted that just little bit of, more freedom,
It's
as
a
it
good
were.
gift.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love how it's like the opposite of everyone else who's like, I don't wear a bra all day, and then when I have my meeting where I'm on video, then I'll put it on or something. I love that.
It's true.
That's great.
It's true. Yeah, no, very much.
How about you, Jace? You wearing any bras?
Yeah.
No, but I did go change into a nice button-up shirt and a sweater before this because I wanted to be a fancy boy.
You're always a
Lovely.
fancy boy. It's beautiful. Yeah, you two are rocking the florals today. It's lovely.
So professional.
I know. Like it very
Yeah.
much.
For this very professional show that we do.
It's incredibly professional, drinking while reading the Bible. Wow. Amazing. Let's see. What did we talk about last week? We talked about a lot of things, including menstrual cloths.
Oh, so
and-
much information about menstruation.
You gave us maybe a dissertation, like a full dissertation on it. That was what your thesis was on, and it was pretty impressive.
You know what? Now that you mention it, in whatever alternate timeline where I stayed in academia, that probably would have been my thesis. Is like history of
see.
menstruation,
Yeah.
menstrual
Yeah.
practices in the Near East. Yeah.
If you ever go back to school to get a master's or a PhD, you still could. It's not too late, is what I'm saying.
That's funny because for a while now, I have been looking at master's programs. Like I get the bug every 3 months or so, where I'm like, maybe I'll go back to school. And I just get so down the rabbit hole looking at so many schools and so many programs and like just really get overwhelmed. And I start to think these pretty wild thoughts where I'm like, maybe I should be a master's in like food inspection. Like
What?
this college is offering it. Like,
Whoa.
there's some wild stuff out there you can get your master's degree in.
Definitely. I didn't realize that was something that you were interested in at all, but
I'm not at all. Oh, it was like a master's in like poultry management.
Huh.
I'm not joking. There's some really wild,
very
really
sad.
specific stuff, but it's like eventually you get so inured to everything that I'm just like, yeah, why not? Maybe I'll just surprise the world
Yeah.
and go get my master's in something totally random.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if you did such a thing,
But-
not at all.
But yes,
It's beautiful.
Last week, it was a very confusing chapter. I don't think any of us
Yeah.
quite understood what we were talking about.
I feel like he keeps upping the ante in terms of the confusing chapters. Like it gets even more and more confusing the further along that we get. So we did find out that there are kind of different sections of Isaiah, and eventually we're going to be like ending this first section, this fever dream that we're in, and then moving on to perhaps a different person writing it or translating it. And so maybe that won't be as whatever this is.
or what if it's
It's like,
Or might be more so.
or more so.
but
Who
what if
knows?
it's not
Who
a
knows?
different person? It's still Isaiah. He just switches to a different substance.
That's true. It's true.
I like
that.
maybe.
Instead of being on psychedelics, then he's on weed for
Yeah.
the next like third of the book, and then it's just all super chilled out.
Yeah.
Okay, check it out. Okay, so what if for the movie version, when we have, Lin-Manuel Miranda playing this part of Isaiah, if we did each section in a different style too. So this first section would be kind of done in like a 60s aesthetic.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
like the whole like LCD kind of thing. And
You mean
then,
LSD?
LSD?
Yeah, LSD, that one. C's and S's make the same sound, so they're the same to me. LSD,
LCD
that kind of
sound system.
LCD
yeah.
sound system, that kind of
Got
deal.
it.
And then the second section could be like a 90s like weed vibe. And then the other one would be like more of a ayahuasca retreat 2000, 2010 kind of situation.
Like WandaVision, how they change.
I was gonna
exactly.
say.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure Lynn will be down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
he'd be super down. I think he'd love that. All right. Well, I'm sure that we'll get some more exciting stuff today for sure with Isaiah. Who knows what we're in store for? But what are y'all drinking today? What are you drinking, Dedeker? It looks like a wine.
It's not actually.
Oh.
So at the store, I picked up something known as awamori, which is a rice-based liquor from Okinawa specifically, which I didn't even know existed until I stumbled into a random bar in Melbourne like a year ago where it was like run by a guy who just imports awamori, and I learned all about it.
Oh, that's really cool.
But yeah, it's quite lovely. This particular brand of awamori is called Shimauta, which means island song, which I thought was quite lovely.
Island
lovely.
song.
So it doesn't taste the greatest on its own, you know? Like,
is it like a mixer more?
Yeah, I find it to be more of a mixer thing. Like imagine sake, like kind of the ricey sweetness of sake, but if it was a hard alcohol instead of like a rice wine.
Got it.
And so
It reminds me of like a sochu kind of situation.
yeah, kind of like that. But I'm having it mixed with
You?
a key lime liqueur.
Okay.
Yeah, fun.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Fun
Please.
trivia about the world of sochu, soju, and shochu.
Oh.
That they're all different countries just pronounce S's differently and CH sounds differently. So those are all different countries' versions of the same thing.
Oh, wow. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I associate that more with Korea. Like, so.
Yeah, Korea's soju.
Yeah.
Shochu is Japan,
Okay. But it's the same thing?
basically.
Pretty
Wow.
much, yeah. Like a
Yeah.
Learn something new every day about alcohol.
yeah, that same kind of stronger than a sake, but not like it's like a 20% dish.
Yeah.
You know, it's like in that
Mhm.
middle range, and it
Yeah.
has not a lot of flavor, just like a little bit of that alcohol kind of sweetness to it. Yeah, they're all variations on each other.
Well, there you go. Well, Jace, what
Yeah.
are you drinking?
So I'm drinking a beer, an IPA, of course, and this one I bought purely for the name. It's called Bat Squatch, which
Like Sasquatch, but a
like
bat?
Sasquatch, but a bat. And it reminded me of a friend of mine, Sam, who her nickname that she's not a big fan of is Sam Squatch. And
That's
so
cute.
Bat
I love
Squatch
that.
kind of reminded me of her.
Amazing. Wow, that's lovely.
What you got?
Yeah, I have a drink that is from the place that I work, Sun Cafe, and I just took home the ingredients. And one of the ingredients is butterfly pea, which sounds
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
had
Is that the stuff that changes color?
Yeah.
this is purple like butterfly pea, and it's a flower. It's not like a butterfly's
Yeah.
pea. But yes. PEA, like the thing
Wow.
that you eat. But yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's like super purple. I made it. I need to remake it for pictures to post on Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship because it's supposed to be more of a gradient and you can't really see.
Where it goes kind of blue to pink.
Yeah, or this is supposed to be like dark purple up here and then it kind of goes down to pink and like much lighter. But
Cute.
anyways, it tastes delightful. It's really good just with butterfly pea and then butterfly pea tea, which is much lighter.
Mhm.
And then also this just has some vodka and agave and lemon. And it's really, really good.
Nice.
Highly recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that. We had butterfly PT, I think, in Laos for the first time.
Oh,
a
nice.
few years ago.
Yeah, where
Wow.
it changes color when you put citrus in it. or there's
Acid in it.
Any kind of acid, it changes its color. It's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
That's awesome. Alrighty. Well, should we do this? Is it time?
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's hope that Isaiah is maybe just a tiny bit more comprehensible today.
Oh, okay. Good. Wishful thinking, I think, but maybe
maybe.
we will find
Yeah.
out. Yes.
All right. As we get started today, we're reading Isaiah chapters 32 through 34. 3 chapters today. If you want to read along with us, you can go to drunkbiblestudy.com/read and type in Isaiah 32-34. As we get started, we want to remind everyone to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us or you can listen in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time. And with that, we are starting with Isaiah 32. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in justice. I mean, that's also kind of wishful thinking, but maybe some of them will.
Given the track record that we've had.
What was it? Like the people that were on the pink side were the good ones, and then the green or the red were the bad ones or something? It was something
with
like
that.
that.
Old chart that we looked at. Just there's been a lot of bad kings.
Yeah, not great, for sure. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as streams of water in a dry place, as the shade of a great rock in a weary land. The eyes of those who see shall not be dim, and the ears of those who hear shall listen. Is that a famous line?
It could be. I don't. It didn't jump out at me right away.
Okay, that's fine. The heart of the rash shall understand knowledge. The tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly.
Oh,
interesting.
that's nice.
Okay.
Okay.
The fool shall be no more called noble, nor the scoundrel be highly respected. So
Okay, we're not going to respect scoundrels and not call fools noble. Okay.
God, given the state of American politics, that sounds really nice and refreshing.
Oh my gosh.
For the fool will speak folly, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice profanity, and to utter error against Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and to cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
I just noticed in the message his line about, he says, no more will fools become celebrities, nor crooks be rewarded with fame. I mean, that's a little more accurate to current day. But then the next line I love. For fools are fools, and that's that.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
That's that. Mm-hmm. That's it, and that's all.
Mm-hmm. All right. The instruments of the churl, I was going to say church, but it's churl,
okay,
are evil.
Mm.
He devises wicked devices. Ooh, a little play on words there. To destroy the humble with lying words, even when the needy speaks right. But the noble devises noble things, and in noble things shall he continue. Rise up, you women who are at ease.
Oh, this is perfect for Lin-Manuel. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's going to say that.
Okay.
He's going to sing it. You women who are at ease, and hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear to my speech. For days beyond a year shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the harvest shall not come. Is that like they're not going to have babies or something?
That's going to be the garbage grapes again.
Got it.
Yeah.
Tremble.
Is it metaphor? Is it not? You never know with Isaiah.
I don't know. Tremble, you women who are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip yourselves and make yourself naked and gird sackcloth on your loins. Wait, so like get naked but then put some clothes on? You naked people?
He's criticizing the women, I guess, who kind of sit around lackadaisically. And it's like, you need to get up and suffer by putting on uncomfortable clothes.
They shall strike on the breasts for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Just like on their breasts?
Yeah.
Potentially.
On the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yes, on all the houses of joy and the joyous cities. For the palace shall be forsaken, the populous city shall be deserted, the hill and the watchtower shall be for dens forever. A joy of wild donkeys, a pasture of flocks.
I'm glad the animals are back.
Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. That's definitely my favorite part of Isaiah is how many animals we got. And we're not talking about whether or not we can eat these animals. It's mostly about the animals being happy.
Yeah, like you call it a murder of crows. Are many donkeys together a joy?
A joy?
I doubt it.
A joy of donkeys?
I like that. That's good.
I like that.
If it's not, it is now. A joy of donkeys is for sure what we're going to call a group of donkeys.
Totally.
A group of donkeys is called a drove.
Well, that's less exciting.
Yeah, I like a joy of donkeys.
Yeah, I like that too. Until the Spirit be poured on us from on high, and the wilderness becomes a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be esteemed as a forest, then justice shall dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness shall abide in the fruitful field. The work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness, and confidence forever. My people shall abide in a peaceable habitation, and in safe dwellings, and in quiet resting places. But it shall hail in the downfall of the forest, and the city shall be utterly laid low. Blessed are you who sow beside all waters, who send forth the feet of the ox and the donkey.
I'm sorry, blessed are you who
Love
do what?
it.
What exactly?
Who sow So
Okay.
S-O-W,
Yeah.
beside all waters. So like doing raking and sowing.
Planting things, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides the waters. Who send forth the feet of the ox. Who send forth? What does that mean?
Well,
I don't know.
what's Eugene have to say about this?
I've gotten so lost trying to keep up with you because it's such a different translation. What verse
Really?
did you just read? Yeah.
I just read the last verse, 20.
That was 20. Okay. Let's see. The forest of your pride will be clear cut, the city showing off your power leveled. But you will enjoy a fortunate life, planting well-watered fields and gardens, with your farm animals grazing freely.
Okay, I guess that's the joy of donkeys.
Honestly, not as fun.
Yeah,
No.
not quite as fun.
Yeah,
The donkeys aren't talked about as much.
exactly.
We like the donkeys.
Donkeys are not named as much, therefore it is a worse translation. That is
Absolutely.
scientific fact.
I appreciate how much the World English Bible enjoys talking about the donkeys and all of these other things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
I also want to say that the titling, I was telling Dedeker about this before we got started, but when I'm looking at other translations, they have titles for certain sections.
Mm-hmm.
And in the NIV, all the titles are just super generic. Like the title at the beginning of this chapter is The Kingdom of Righteousness.
Whatever.
And then partway through, the title is The Women of Jerusalem. It's like really boring titles.
Yeah.
The Message, on the other hand, just has weird titles. Like
what?
The title of this chapter is Safe Houses, Quiet Gardens.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
They're all very
Oh.
poetic, I guess. There you
That's
have it.
interesting and
Yeah,
cute.
what was the one we had last time? There was some really weird one. Oh yeah, Impressed by Military Mathematics.
Yes,
that was
how could
the
we
chapter
forget?
title last time.
Wait, did we talk about such things? Maybe we did. I couldn't even begin to remember.
No, like barely. That's the deal. It was just in
It was
the
like a
last
passing
episode.
thing?
Yeah, there's like one line where it was talking about relying on horses and chariots from Egypt. That in the message
Okay.
he translates as doomed to those who go off to Egypt thinking that horses can help them, impressed by military mathematics, awed by sheer numbers of chariots and riders. Like that's it.
So Eugene he clearly was just like, ooh, military mathematics. I like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be the title of this section.
Good alliteration,
Exactly.
Eugene.
Exactly.
Well done.
Goodness.
Let's go on break. Is that the end of the chapter?
Yeah, that's
Shall
the
I
end
pick
of
it
the
up?
chapter. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you continue
Okay.
on? Do you want a title
right.
heading for this?
Yeah, what is it?
Yes.
The NIV is Distress and Help, and the message is The ground under our feet mourns.
Whoa.
Oh, that's so much
Yeah.
better.
Whoa.
We'll see if it
All
holds
right.
up.
Chapter 33.
Okay.
Woe to you who destroy, and you weren't destroyed, and deal treacherously, and they didn't deal treacherously with you. When you have ceased to destroy, you shall be destroyed. And when you have made an end of dealing treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with you. Yahweh, be gracious to us. We have waited for you. Be our arm every morning.
Our arm?
Oh.
Wait, what have we waited for? What are we waiting for?
For the time when we can finally cuddle up to the rock in the morning when we're all sleepy and cozy and it's just nice.
I have been waiting for
Is
that
that a
for a
thing?
long time. That is true.
Is it,
Haven't we all? Come on.
I mean, yes, personally, but like, is that going to happen to the Israelites? I don't
No.
know.
They're
Remember,
hoping
this
for
is a
it.
time when they're being conquered by the Assyrians and the Babylonians and stuff. So it's like we're waiting for our time to prosper and not be conquered by
To
everybody.
be got it. Okay. Okay.
Also, I do want to say that in the message, he translates verse 2 as God treat us kindly. You're our only hope. And I like that he,
Whoa.
just he
Okay.
subtly
Yeah.
slipped in a little Star Wars there. I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Be our arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. At the noise of the thunder, the peoples are fled. At the lifting up of yourself, the nations are scattered. Your spoil shall be gathered as the caterpillar gathers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Cool.
Do caterpillars gather? I associate that with ants.
Yeah, or
Do they
like
gather? What do they gather?
I don't know, like a chipmunk or a squirrel
Yeah,
or
I thought
something.
the caterpillars just kind of eat as they go. Like they're just kind of an eating machine until they're ready to turn into a butterfly.
A butterfly.
Any entomologists in the crowd out there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see. In the NIV, it talks about locusts instead of caterpillars.
No, we're going to get to the locusts.
Oh, those are still coming up?
Not until probably before Revelations, right?
I mean, we've had locusts already back in
Yeah,
Exodus.
there's the plague of
That's
locusts.
true.
Yeah, famously.
Famously.
Locusts in Egypt.
Yeah.
As locusts leap, shall men leap on it.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Yahweh
On what?
on his spoil. It says,
Got
your
it.
spoil shall be gathered as the caterpillar gathers. As locusts leap,
Okay.
shall men leap on it. Yahweh is exalted.
oh, I see. It's not that. I'm sorry. Caterpillars are not gathering, but it shall be gathered as the caterpillar gathers by just munching on it as it goes by,
By just chomping
gathering it into its tummy.
Just
I-
like the very
Oh, okay.
hungry
Yeah.
caterpillar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I understand. Thank you for that. Yahweh is exalted, for he dwells on high. He has filled Zion with justice and righteousness. There shall be stability in your times, abundance of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge. The fear of Yahweh is your treasure. Behold, their valiant ones cry outside. The ambassadors of peace weep bitterly. The highways lie waste. The wayfaring man ceases. The enemy has broken the covenant. He has despised the cities. He doesn't regard man.
Oof.
Man?
No.
The land mourns and languishes. Lebanon is confounded and withers away. Sharon is like a desert.
Who's Sharon?
And Bashan and Carmel.
Sharon? You're like a desert. You need some moisturizer.
And Bashan and Carmel shake off their leaves. Now will I arise, says Yahweh. Now will I lift up myself. Now will I be exalted. You shall conceive chaff. You shall bring forth stubble. Your breath is a fire that shall devour you. Really into these like self-consuming fires.
Yeah, this is so good in the message right here too. Verse 10 starts with, now I'm stepping in, God says. From now on, I'm taking over. The gloves come off. Now see
Okay.
how mighty I am.
Wait, is this
yes.
God saying this? I
This
mean,
is-
The Rock
It is.
would.
This
The
is
Rock
hearkening
would.
back to kind of the pro wrestling,
Yes.
do you know what The Rock is cooking
those
kind of
days.
a situation.
Yes.
Those days. What was The Rock cooking?
I don't know.
I never watched enough pro wrestling to tell you.
I don't know what he was cooking.
Like a can of whoop ass?
Like a
yeah.
suplex or something.
What's a suplex?
It,
Is that like a thing in wrestling?
yeah, it is. We'll talk about it in the bonus. It'll be great.
Okay.
Will we?
I don't know.
Are we signing ourselves up for that?
I'm gonna write
It's
it down.
apparently what he wants to talk
I'm
about
gonna
in
write
the
it down.
bonus.
We'll see if we talk about it in the bonus. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, where was I? I need to reorient myself.
You're at
Okay,
10,
yes.
after
Do we know
10.
what The Rock is cooking? Yes. Okay,
Yes.
the peoples shall be as the burning of lime, as thorns cut down that are burned in the fire. Hear, you who are far off, what I have done, and you who are near, acknowledge my might. Oh, he's really doing his entrance right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's yelling and the lights are blaring and he's doing like one of these.
Somebody's holding up their like anniversary sign
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. He's getting the crowd excited.
The sinners in Zion are afraid. Trembling has seized the godless ones. Who among us can dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us can dwell with everlasting burning? He who walks righteously and speaks blamelessly. He who despises the gain of oppressions. Who shakes his hands from taking a bribe.
Can I just ask about this like everlasting burning? Because that sounds kind of like hell, but the hell's not in this part of the book, right?
Yeah, I would assume it's more like the burning, like when he turned everyone into flames and they were eating each other. That kind
Yeah,
of
the flames are like eating the other flames.
Okay.
just kind of bad times. Bad times at
Okay.
Ridgemont High.
When did that happen?
At
Earlier
least,
in this book.
At least 2 episodes ago.
Oh, in this book?
Yeah.
Oh.
It didn't actually happen. It was a prophecy of what would happen.
Oh, he was talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It a lot of it just washes over me, and I don't
Mhm.
really like pay attention that much. Quite frankly, I'll try
Right.
to remember better next time.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so we're shaking our hands from
Okay.
taking a bribe.
Okay.
He who shakes his hands from taking a bribe, who stops his ears from hearing of blood. Hearing of blood. Okay, like can't even hear about it. Don't even talk to me
Yeah,
about when you
mhm.
donated blood. It's
Like
gonna
la
make me
la
pass
la
out.
la
Okay.
la la. Yeah.
And shuts his eyes from looking on evil. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. His bread shall be given him.
The Rock.
His waters shall be sure. Your eyes shall see the king in his beauty. They shall see a land that reaches afar.
Oh.
Your heart shall muse on the terror. Where is he who counted? Where is he who weighed the tribute? Where is he who counted the towers? What is happening?
What verse was that you just read?
18 and 19. Sorry,
Okay.
no, just 18. Just 18.
18. Yeah, I got nothing here. This is the NIV.
Uh-huh.
In your thoughts, you will ponder the former terror, where is that chief officer? Where is the one who took the revenue? Where is the officer in charge of the towers?
Whatever happened to those guys? Oh gosh,
Okay.
I really wish we could be just reading the message
Oh boy.
without running into major copyright infringement. But
I mean, we're reading a lot of it.
we are reading a lot of
We're
it.
reading
Probably
some of
skirting
it.
the line there. Yeah.
Now we are well within acceptable use
Fair
for
usage?
these translations. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Legally
not
have
even-
to clarify to whatever lawyers are listening right now, we are
Yeah.
well within fair use. You Bible lawyers, you.
Not only are we probably within fair use, but specifically most of the Bible translations, I'd have to look up the message, but most of them have specifically in their copyright rules that you're allowed to quote them without paying anything up to a certain percentage of a given book and a certain number of lines. And it's quite generous, but you can't read
Oh,
an entire book. That obviously would be violating their copyright. So that's why,
well, we're not reading an entire book.
exactly, that's why we read the World English Bible. So
Yeah,
here we are.
got it.
You shall not see the fierce people, a people of deep speech that you cannot comprehend, of a strange language that you cannot understand.
Whoa.
Look on Zion, the city of our solemnities. Your eyes shall see Jerusalem a quiet habitation, a tent that shall not be removed. The stakes of it shall never be plucked up, neither shall any of the cords of it be broken. But there Yahweh will be with us in majesty, a place of broad rivers and streams, in which shall go no galley with oars, neither shall gallant ship pass thereby. For Yahweh, no ships, no
Just don't
No.
bring me a ship.
Yeah.
no
None.
water vehicles allowed.
Yeah.
No water
We-
vehicle.
We hate
I don't even
those.
know how they would get there because, as far as I know, there isn't a navigable river that runs through Jerusalem. But maybe I'm incorrect. I guess
We've got to be incorrect.
maybe
It's a
there
big-
was.
It's a big city. How could it not have a
sure. I guess
river?
there's the Jordan. Is that navigable by a freaking galleon? We're looking it up in the bonus.
Okay, we'll look that up.
Put it in the bonus.
Look
okay.
up drunk galleon study. I'm just going to write that down, and we will figure out what it means.
I think of a
Drunk
galleon as a unit of coinage.
What?
Or is that just in Harry Potter?
Oh, they call them
What?
galleons. You're right.
Yeah.
That is
That's-
weird. A galleon's a
That's
type of
just
ship.
in Harry Potter.
We'll do drunk galleon study.
Okay,
Don't worry
well-
about it. We'll learn so much
Okay.
about galleons. Don't even worry.
Okay.
For Yahweh is our judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king. He will save us. Your rigging is untied. I guess we're really running with this whole boat metaphor.
Right.
They could not strengthen the foot of their mast. They could not spread the sail. Then was the prey of a great spoil divided. The lame took the prey. The inhabitant shall not say, I am sick. The people who dwell therein shall be forgiven their iniquity. That's it.
That's
Good.
That's
Wow.
that's it. That's it and that's all.
okay. Well, I've finished this, so it's time for us to take a little break. But as we do, we want to talk to you about how you can support this show, keep these episodes coming, keep our live shows going, and help spread the word to more people. And we're back. All right, it is time for the last chapter of the day. Isaiah 34. Come near, you nations, to hear, and listen, you peoples. Let the earth hear, and the fullness of it, the world, and all the things that come forth from it.
Mm.
For
Mm.
Yahweh has indignation against all the nations, and wrath against all their host. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter.
Whoa.
I can't tell if we're supposed to be excited about this or not.
Yeah, I think that for the book of Isaiah, you just always have to be on your toes, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we switch back and forth a lot between getting slaughter's bad, other people slaughtered good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and the stench of their dead bodies shall come up, and the mountains
Gross.
shall be melted with their blood.
Ew.
Wow.
Whoa. It's very metal.
Okay.
All the host of the sky shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. So like how we balled people up as little balls and threw them in the garbage, even heaven.
So the heavens are like scroll time.
Now he's like Nick Cage in the Constitution, just like just shove that in my jacket.
Yep, exactly. It was the Declaration of Independence, Dedeker.
The same difference. Come on now.
Hey, my last name was in that movie, so I know it well.
Whoa.
What?
Were you?
Yes, he says it. Nicolas Cage is like in Timothy Matlack's hand or whatever. And it's great because Timothy Matlack was the one who penned the Declaration of Independence.
I see. So your
Good.
family for centuries has held the secrets of the national treasure.
Oh.
Yes.
Emily, does this mean you could potentially book Nick Cage for this Bible film?
I mean, I have sung God Rest You Merry Gentlemen right to him and his family.
Right to his
So
face.
yes, I think the answer to that question is a
Okay, hold
resounding
on.
absolutely.
Yes, okay, yeah. For people who don't know, Emily and Jace also have had a long career as like celebrity carolers, caroling to celebrities and caroling for events professionally. Now, the way that you describe this, Emily, is it makes it sound there was a private event. It was just you in a room with Nick Cage, and you sang
Singing
one
carols
song,
to him.
just this
We were
one
at Club
song to him,
33.
and that was it.
No, we were at Club 33 at Disneyland. It was Christmas Eve. He was there at a table, and we all were like, we walked up to him and we said, "Do you have a song that you would like?" And he asked for God Rest You
That
Merry
was
Gentlemen.
the song that Nicholas
Yes, I don't know.
Cage
I don't know. He
asked
likes
for?
the songs in minor. I don't know. It's a weird song, but
You know, I like it. That's a good one.
I like it too. It's a good one. Yeah.
I would have. I like that he picked the traditional one. He wasn't like, "Grandma got run over by a reindeer" or
Oh my
something like that.
goodness.
You know.
Gosh, that would have been terrible.
But it would have been so appropriate, though. Of course, Nick Cage would Sorry, okay. I can't process this in real time right now.
Anyways, he has a role in our movie. We just don't
we don't know
where
what it is yet.
but
I'll put him.
it's
I put him on the
coming.
list.
Okay.
Put him on the hit
Yeah, okay.
list.
Yeah,
Great.
got it.
All right.
Face off. Okay.
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their host shall fade away. As
I'm
the
sorry.
leaf- Oh my god!
Did y'all know that my 25th birthday party was Nicolas Cage themed?
I did not.
I'm
know
not
that.
surprised.
It's
That was
probably
before
the best
we knew
birthday
you.
party of my life. It's
Was
true.
that right before we
It was
knew
right
you?
before I met you. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So everyone had to show up dressed as their favorite Nick Cage character.
Well, I would have
And
been
We just
dressed
watched Nick Cage movies the whole time.
as maybe the Declaration of Independence.
That would have been good.
That would have been good.
That would have been
I
really
like
good.
that.
And I had a cake that had like his face on it. Him as Thor. It was a great birthday party.
Excuse me, he was Thor in a
No.
movie?
It's a meme on the internet where there's like a particular drawing of Thor that everyone thinks looks like Nick Cage. We can look that up in the bonus too if you really want. We can just have a
Okay,
complete
fine.
non sequitur bonus.
Yeah.
Well, this whole freaking book is a complete non sequitur, so it's
That's
fitting.
true. That is fair.
All right.
That is fair. All right.
All right.
And their host shall fade away as the leaf fades from off the vine and as a fading leaf from the fig tree. Figs are back.
Okay, we really got to get on
What
that
just
Fig Newton
happened?
challenge.
Yeah.
For my sword has drunk its fill in the sky.
Oh.
Behold.
It's just like waving it around up
Yeah.
there.
Behold, it shall come down on Edom and on the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat
Jeez.
with fatness, with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams.
Oh.
For Yahweh has a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Edom.
Cool.
The wild oxen shall come down with them, and the bulls with the bulls, and their land shall be drunken with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For Yahweh, he kind of ran out of ideas there. He's like, fat with fatness again. That was good.
Fats and bulls and bowls and more of them. Okay.
For Yahweh has a day of vengeance, a year of recompense for the cause of Zion. The streams of Edom shall be turned into pitch, and the dust of it into sulfur, and the land of it shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke of it shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. But, here we are, but the pelican and the porcupine shall possess it.
No. There's
Yay.
pelicans now.
Yay.
Oh
The
my
pelican
goodness. My
and
heart.
the porcupine.
My heart. I just imagine this
And-
wonderful crime fighting duo where the pelican carries the porcupine around in his
Do,
mouth
do,
and the
do.
porcupine like pokes his little head out and yeah.
Pelican time.
They're just like the
Porcupine.
neighborhood watch.
Do, do.
Oh my god.
Well, here's some more
Cool.
characters for your awesome cartoon.
Boy, here we go.
And the owl and the raven shall dwell therein.
Oh.
Any kind of raven.
And he will stretch over it the line of confusion and the plummet of emptiness.
I mean, yeah, I'm feeling that.
Yes. Yes.
They shall call the nobles of it to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all its princes shall be nothing. Thorns shall come up in its palaces, nettles and thistles in the fortresses
Oh,
of
like
it.
Sleeping Beauty.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it shall
Like
be...
a Hyrule 100 years after the
Exactly
calamity.
like that.
Emily's been so into Zelda lately.
It's
And it
amazing.
and it shall be a habitation of jackals,
Mm.
a court for ostriches.
There's just like all these ostriches around.
This is just
Yeah,
gonna
I
keep
imagine
getting better.
ostriches dressed in kind of very like Elizabethan court garments with like some feathers,
Oh yeah,
That's
some
beautiful.
floppy
That's
hats, maybe.
That's
So
good.
on the way to Tucson, in the drive from LA to Tucson, there's an ostrich
Oh right, we
farm.
talked about this. Yeah,
Yes.
we were one. Yeah,
I'm sure
Yeah.
I've mentioned this, but anyways, I want to go someday. Okay.
Isaiah's just going full on into this animal world. The wild animals of the desert shall meet with the wolves, and the wild goats shall cry to his fellow.
Nah.
Yes, the night monster shall settle there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And-
whoa,
and-
whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What's a night monster?
I don't know.
We gotta look that up. I gotta find what is the
Okay.
Hebrew for a night monster.
Yeah, look up the night monster. The night monster shall settle there, and shall find her a place of rest.
Her.
There,
It's a lady.
Ooh.
there shall the dart snake make her nest, and lay and hatch and gather under her shade. Yes, there shall the kites be gathered, everyone with her mate.
Is a kite a type of
Type of
snake?
bird. Like a predatory bird.
Yeah, it's a bird.
Oh,
Kinda like a falcon, a kite.
cool.
Seek you out of the book of Yahweh and read. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
We're reading the book of
Wait,
Yahweh.
Jace, people in the chat are wanting to know what the message says about the night monster.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Ooh, is it
find here.
Lilith?
That would be cool.
I've seen. Okay, so people think that it's Lilith, and I saw like an awesome statue of Lilith, and I think it was at the Met. It's very scary. It's
Okay.
very horrifying. But I love it.
The message says wildcats and hyenas will hunt together.
Ooh.
Demons and devils dance through the night.
Ooh.
The night demon Lilith,
Mm.
evil and rapacious, will establish permanent quarters.
Gosh, spooky.
Uh,
Yeah.
Let's see.
So they
Who
name
else?
drop her.
Who else would? I mean, the message does, but come on now. NIV just says the night creatures. Let's see. King James says wait, what? The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest.
Wow, satyrs also all kinds of mythical creatures.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, the Jewish Bible says wildcats and hyenas will meet there, and billy goats call to each other. Lilith, in parentheses, the night monster, will lurk there and find herself a place to
Wow.
rest. Cool.
Wow, this is some lore that we're getting
This
into.
is Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Some
Yes.
deep
Yeah.
lore.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're almost to the end here. In the bonus, we're definitely going to look up more about Lilith. Seek you out of the book of Yahweh and read, : no one of these shall be missing. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. He has cast the lot for them, and his hand has divided it to them by line. They shall possess it forever. From generation to generation shall they dwell therein. The end.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
It's like Halloween time in Isaiah.
Yeah.
In the book of Isaiah.
I do feel that often
Wow.
Isaiah starts down a path of talking about animals, and then he gets a little stuck there. He gets a little distracted.
Yeah.
He's really excited. He's like, ooh, pretty
He's like,
animals.
I think he loves animals, and I do
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
that about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Well, I mean, as usual, I don't even know what to say. This is just quite a lot to take in. And yeah, maybe he's like having a rough time at this part of the trip. Like he's descended into a dark corner and is kind of sitting there and wringing his hands and getting really intense. I don't know.
But he's into the animals.
He loves them.
Yeah. Is this our first time stumbling across any mention of Lilith in the Bible?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
I'm sure we would have freaked out more about it in the
Probably.
past.
You all have said stuff about Lilith.
Have we?
Maybe? Or maybe
You know what?
just... no?
I think we did maybe briefly talk about her in a bonus or maybe in some commentary back when we were reading Genesis, kind of wondering where she came from. But I don't know if we actually encountered her actually in the story. I'm not sure.
Because didn't Lilith and Adam like were both created, not like Eve, who was created from Adam?
Yeah, all I know just from osmosing, from what I've gotten from like pop culture and things like that, was that the legend goes that Lilith was Adam's first wife. But I think that probably in the bonus we're gonna have to look into where this actually comes from. I'm sure there's a whole Wikipedia page all about Lilith.
Oh yeah, I'm
sure.
excited. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll post this statue because it's awesome.
Stay excited about that. But before we wrap up this episode give some toasts to some new patrons, which is very exciting. But before we get to that, it is time for... And now it's time for Silly Psalms with DBS, the part of the show where DBS reads some psalms. Psalm 9. For the chief musician, set to The Death of the Sun.
Oh.
That hit song that we all know.
Jeez.
A psalm by David. I will give thanks to Yahweh with my whole heart. I will tell of all your marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in you. I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish in your presence. For you have maintained my just cause. You sit on the throne, judging righteously. You have rebuked the nations. You have destroyed the wicked. You have blotted out their name forever and ever. It's appropriate for this chapter we just read. The enemy is overtaken by endless ruin. The very memory of the cities which you have overthrown has perished. But Yahweh reigns forever. He has prepared his throne for judgment. He will judge the world in righteousness. He will administer judgment to the peoples in uprightness. Yahweh will also be a high tower for the oppressed, a high tower in times of trouble. Those who know your name will put their trust in you, for you, Yahweh, have not forsaken those who seek you. Sing praises to Yahweh who dwells in Zion, and declare among the people what he has done. For he who avenges blood, Jeremy Renner, remembers them. He doesn't forget the cry of the afflicted. Have mercy on me, Yahweh. See my affliction by those who hate me, and lift me up from the gates of death, that I may show all of your praise. I will rejoice in your salvation in the gates of the daughter of Zion. The nations have sunk down in the pit that they have made. In the net which they hid, their own foot is taken.
Oh,
my.
Yahweh has made himself known. He has executed judgment. The wicked is snared by the work of his own hands. Meditation. Selah.
Oh, okay.
Jace, are you... What translation are you
I
doing?
don't know. Is this it's the World English Bible, but from Bible Gateway.
I see. It's just slightly different than Bible study tools, which is weird.
Okay, I'm not done yet, but we just had a little meditation break. Meditation. Selah. The wicked shall be turned back to Sheol, even all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, nor the hope of the poor perish forever. Arise, Yahweh. Don't let man prevail. Let the nations be judged in your sight. Put them in fear, Yahweh. Let the nations know that they are only men. Selah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that Jeremy Renner's still around.
Yeah.
He's all over the place. Okay, finally, let's do Psalm 10. Why do you stand far off, Yahweh? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? In arrogance, the wicked hunt down the weak. They are caught in the schemes that they devise. For the wicked boasts of his heart's cravings, he blesses the greedy and condemns Yahweh. The wicked, in the pride of his face, has no room in his thoughts for God. He loves his face too much. His ways are prosperous at all times. He is haughty, and your laws are far from his sight. As for all his adversaries, he sneers at them. He says in his heart, I shall not be shaken. For generations I shall have no trouble. His mouth is full of cursing, deceit, and oppression. Under his tongue is mischief and iniquity. He lies in wait near the villages. From ambushes he murders the innocent. His eyes are secretly set against the helpless. He lurks in secret as a lion in his ambush. He lies in wait to catch the helpless. He catches the helpless when he draws him in his net. The helpless are crushed, they collapse, they fall under his strength. He says in his heart, God is forgotten. He hides his face, he will never see it. Arise, Yahweh. God, lift up your hand, don't forget the helpless. Why does the wicked condemn God and say in his heart, God won't call me into account? But you do see trouble and grief. You consider it to take it into your hand. You help the victims and the fatherless.
Oh, yeah, love those.
I know. We're like, Break the arm of the wicked. As for the evil man, seek out his wickedness until you find none. Yahweh is king forever and ever. The nations will perish out of his land. Yahweh, you have heard the desire of the humble. You will prepare their heart. You will cause your ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that man who is of the earth may terrify no more.
I'm glad we're splitting up these psalms because I feel like, yeah, if we tackled this whole book back to back, it would start to get
annoying.
I don't
It's
know.
just a lot of-
It's a lot of a similar sentiment, I suppose. I mean, I can see how
Yeah.
with each psalm there's definitely very different poetry. And I guess I can appreciate we get these notes of like, this would have been for a flute, this would have been for a gath, this would have been for this person, this would have been to the tune of this, so
To the tune of the sun is dead,
Yeah,
or
so-
whatever. Death of a
so
son.
David differentiates like, no, I wrote a really vast variety
A
of
real
songs.
banger. The song slaps.
So many albums.
To this particular instrument. Yeah.
But
Yes.
yeah. All right, kids.
Alrighty.
Very exciting. We have 2 toasts to give.
Woo! Yay!
Woo! Okay, so we have a toast to our new Patreon subscribers, Aaron and Sean. I think Sean is here with us in the chat today. Give a shout out if this is you, Sean, or if you're a Sean who just wants to take credit for it. That's cool too. So
You're like, it's me!
cheers to
Yay,
Aaron
thank
and
you so
Sean.
much.
Yay!
Cheers.
Wonderful. Clinky!
Cheers to Sean and to Aaron. We appreciate you. Thank you for supporting this show and helping us keep this thing going.
Yeah, and Sean actually showed up to a live show. Where are you at, Aaron?
Wow.
I guess I probably shouldn't antagonize our patrons right away.
Yeah, let's not.
No, let's not do that. Yeah. Yeah.
All
No,
right.
thank you both very much. And
Yes.
all of you for coming every single week to Drunk Bible Study.
Yeah, it's truly a wonderful time, especially to have all these regulars that come to our show every week. But thank you everybody for joining us for Bible study today. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including ad-free episodes, early releases, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in the Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Biblecast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jace Lindgren, Emily Matlack, and me, Dedeker Winston. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad.